to sing to the balcony scene of Romeo and Juliet. But soft, white light through yonder window breaks, is that the east, and Juliet the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. Cast it off! It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? For I discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do and trot her eyes, who twinkle in the spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, and they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would throw the airy regions steam so bright that birds would sing chicka and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand, and oh, that I were a glove upon the hand, that I might touch that cheek. I mean, she speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head as a winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when the best strides of lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?
Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
Is but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? 'Tis not hand nor foot, nor arm nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet, so Romeo would. Were here not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo doff thy name, and for that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
Take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written it, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place of death considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
For stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore my kinsmen are no step to me.
If they see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but, sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death tragedied wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundest thou out this place?
By love that first did not prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore washed with the furthest sea, I should adventure for thou merchandise.
Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully, or if thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I'll frown, and be preserved, and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else not for thy world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore you mayst think my haver the light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. And I should have been more strange, I must confess, but thou overheast ear.
By yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconsistent moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
Swear by.
Not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I believe thee.
If my heart's dear love,
sweet good night, this bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when we next meet. Good night, a sweet response, and rest to come to my heart that was as within my breast.
oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give thee again, and yet I wish for the thing I have. My bounty is as unboundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are intimate.
I hear some noise within, dear love, I do. And on goodness, sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I'll come again.
Blessed night, I am afeard. Being in night, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, my dear Romeo, and good night indeed.
Madame!
But if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madame!
By and by I come to cease thy suit, and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send.
So thrive my soul! 1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love, as schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Hist, Romeo, hist, or for a falconer's voice, to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse, and may not speak aloud, else would I tear the cave where echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of my Romeo's name.
It is my soul that calls my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Romeo!
My dear!
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
At 9 o'clock.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
Stay, to have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
Almost morning, I would have thee gone. Further than a wanton's bird, who lets it hop from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silk thread plucks it back again, so loving jealousy of his liberty.
I were thy bird.
Sweet, so I would, yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be tomorrow.
I dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast, would I were sleep and peace so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly father's cell, his help to crave and my dear hap to tell.
Than a wonton.
Hey, I'd appreciate it if you'd stop judging us.
Wait, you can't go into Juliet's house.
Kill the spider!
Romeo!